Добро пожаловать в Дрифо Чаптерс. Пошла третья глава. И самое интересное, что у меня получилось. Я когда записывал прохождение с сагой, то есть девчонка, которая была типа мелкой ребенком, она в возрасте примерно так, запись идет, это хорошо, проверил. Она примерно, когда мелкая была, она ушла от отца в том плане в портал, который она рисунками сделала. И из-за музыки, которая вот этот момент был, это все забанили. Потом до этого момента, когда Киан у меня появился снова, Киан стоял на башне вместе с Лифой, которая ушастая подруга его, грубо говоря. И они пока разговаривали, туда пришел Бип. Это мелкий синеглазый, ну, синего, синекожий пацан. Он привязался к Киану. То есть Киан типа для него то ли как этот. Ну ладно, пойдем по квестам дальше. Видим, что там будет. Ну, это у нас третья книга. Сейчас начнем. Куда нам примерно идти? Пошли отсюда. Так, а тут у нас ничего нет. Значит, надо обратно зайти, с этим поговорить получается. Ну, окей, пойдем поговорим с ним. Пойдем поговорим. Потому что задания нету. Значит, надо с этим толстяком поговорить, с барменом. Сейчас поговорим.
Have you found anything yet?
I'm working on it.
Enno and Nico are still out looking, and you're not. You should get to it.
Нет. Дело, значит, не в этом. Так. Дело, значит, в другом. Так. Так, пип. Манджанга. То есть нам надо найти пипа на Джей, это у нас где? Ага, это у воды, то есть, если что, пойдем сюда. Сначала. Если я правильно понял. Не значит, это бип, он как там правильно. Ого, тут закрыто. Все, закрыли здесь проход.
Who's there?
The ghetto's been burned to the ground. Whatever's left in there, it's ruins. Honor Hilaris has posted these bills everywhere. He's serious about his run for office. Under his leadership, the city watch will fester and rot.
Ладно. Раз здесь нам не пройти, значит, надо какой-нибудь путь, а не сюда попасть. Блин, так хорошо было. Они взяли и захватили гады дверь, а. Не, если я правильно понял, то... Где это? Где скотина? Так, тут у нас тупик. Как давно опять же здесь не было. О, какое зверье хорошее. Сожрет и не заметит. Нет никого. После второй-то книги тут, видать, комендантский час ввели или что-то в этом подобное. Потому что нет народа. Так. Тоже так?
Anyone there?
Да, вы шутите. И как мне туда попасть? Везде это все перекрыто. Так, здесь... О! Здесь можно спуститься.
This is an historical landmark of some sort. Shepard mentioned the name Abnaxis, an ambassador of the Vanar, she said.
Что у нас здесь есть? Есть какой-нибудь этот проход? У меня есть чего вообще? Нет ничего. То есть там закрыто, здесь закрыто. А здесь тоже закрыто. То есть все закрыли абсолютно.
The wreaths are part of the harvest festival tradition.
Весело. Кроме вот этого места все закрыли. Классный комендантский час здесь устроили.
If you're a ghost, just leave me be.
Да ладно. Там досками закрыто, здесь ворот везде перекрыты. Можно было бы, конечно, вот здесь попробовать. Но нет. Тоже. Нет, не получается никак. Что-то мне пришло. Так. Была бы возможность, можно было бы здесь пройти. Но возможности нету. А наверх не забраться. Нигде. Есть одна идея, правда. Это опять же в тот же парк возвращаться. Там попробовать на башню туда залезть. И оттуда посмотреть. Но дверь закрыта. Может идти там другой путь туда. Вот чего. Самое интересное. Везде вот закрыто. Здесь закрыто, там закрыто. А вот это место как-то и высоко стоит, да и удобно вроде. Отсюда посмотреть. Ну-ка, что-то.
A
Просто
pumpkin,
смотреть.
an odd vegetable,
Ничего
native to the
не делать, да?
Northlands. We have nothing like it in Azadir.
Где Пип-то? К нему попасть. Мы точно сюда не попадем. Дверь закрыта. А здесь чего? Здесь ничего. Был бы еще у вас такой, а? То приходится вот так вот носиться. Так, ладно, встанем у этого дома. Отдохнем немножко. Я немножко не понимаю. Как здесь пройти? Хотя если нам не сюда вообще, то может здесь есть дверь какая-нибудь, которая открывается. Возможно, есть такой вариант, возможно. Идем смотреть. Двери.
There's official Azadi business going on here. You'll want to turn around and walk away. Go on now, nothing to see here. If you're a ghost, just leave me be.
They're keeping Ireed Avenue closed at night, and the Tower Square remains inaccessible until next week's ceremony. There's food left on the table.
Those tubes will make our lives better.
Really? How's that?
Well, they're there for the
You
betterment.
wouldn't believe the amount of work that's required to keep the network running smoothly.
Series of tubes.
Oh, the engineering's good, but the assembly... Don't put military... force. See, if the connection between the pipes are off by even a hair's breadth, the orbs can start rattling around and get stuck. If that happens...
Why isn't there any music and dancing going on out here? We have lost something. We're better off without magicals. Be honest.
Honesty is the quickest way to the noose. Those tubes will make our lives better.
Really? How's that?
The worst thing is crawlers in the tubes. What do you call them here? Rats. I had to clean out rat gizzards from a junction last week. You get started. Get into Takes a full day, that does. I wish they put some sort of safeguards in place. There are rats crawling all over this goddess-forsaken city. You know how many times I've seen a crawler in Sedan? None. None is the times.
Goat eats leaves. Goat falls asleep. Interesting. Wait. I remember someone talking about this a while back. The mole. Goat eats leaves. Goat falls asleep. They can't be wild goats, not in the middle of Mercuria. Wait. I remember someone talking about this a while back. The mole, was it?
What exactly are you doing to that goat? Should I be jealous?
Jealous? Of whom? I don't understand what you're saying to me. Where have you been this past month?
Away. Far away. Travelling, so, This goat, what's going on here?
It's rebel business.
Clearly. How's that working out for you? Are you one of them now?
I'm atoning for my sins.
Right. But you are enjoying it.
I don't enjoy fighting my own people.
Well, you seem to be good at it. Word is the Resistance is gaining support, that people have hope now that you're there.
I'm doing what I can to help.
I heard you went soft on our vile little Azadi officer. If I'd known, I would have taken care of him myself. Not killing him makes some sense, a source in the tower and all, but forgoing torture, that's just a missed opportunity. The thing about torture is that it's a seal of authenticity. It makes every piece of information more reliable. I understand your friends didn't take the officer's word for it. Well, even if you didn't pull out of Old Town, at least the Resistance put up a decent fight before. The important thing is, many Azadi died that night. Chalice half full and all that.
What do you want?
Nothing. Nothing. I saw you. It's been a while. I wanted to say hello. Oh, I've missed this. The one-sided conversations, the sullenness and suspicion. I've come to enjoy it quite a bit. Anyway, goats?
We have a lead on the pipes.
Oh, that explains everything. I'll leave you to it then. I'm going to the Rooster later tonight. I need to speak with Ulvik. Maybe I'll see you there.
Maybe.
This is what I love about you, Kian. You're such a people person.
If you're a
Who's
ghost,
there?
just leave me be.
Without that proud cock and the delightful little puss riding on it. Alvik is a good man. I enjoy his company. He's true to his word. I trust him with my life and consider him a friend.
Those tubes will make our lives better.
Alvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's happy. This pipe has a hinged panel in it, but I'll need a tool to open it. That's probably a maintenance hatch, but it's locked. This pipe has a hinged panel in it, but I'll need a tool to open it. Without that proud cock and the delightful little puss riding on it.
Those tubes
They
will
appear
make...
to be having a good time. Alvik doesn't have the... At least they're not a raucous or unruly lot. Alvik keeps the... They're good people. I wish them all the happiness in the world.
Well, life's a series of tubes.
I could knock him over the head with the butt of my blade, but I don't think Alvik would approve.
Da? Lyle, what do you want? Oh, I thought you were one of them. You know, the magicals. Goddess knows why there's still magicals in this city. I thought they'd been deported. All of them. Never mind. Take a seat, man, and I'll buy you a drink. Where you from? You sound Azadi.
My apologies, I need to be elsewhere.
Oh. Right. Next time. Offer's still good. Sit down, man, and I'll buy you a drink.
I'll just grab it and run, and keep running until the city and all of this is behind me.
Those tubes will make our lives better.
Really? How's that?
Well, they're there for the betterment of humankind, aren't they?
What does that even mean?
Well, life's a series
Evensong, a herb that makes the wakeful sleep. I could knock him over the head with the butt of my blade, but I don't think Ulvik would approve. This is Evensong. It works on goats.
Well, then it should work on the Azadi too, eh? One more ale on the house, star.
Ah, what a lovely head. This one smells different. Malty, sweet. It's almost like the sugar ale from Southern as a Day. Now, this is a brew, Vic. It tastes like home, this does. It brings tears to my eyes. It is simply
Hey. Hey!
Don't take too long out there. If he wakes up without his tools, there'll be questions, and I won't have any good answers. You should get on with it. The Evensong's potent, but he will wake up before the night's over.
It won't budge. It needs a special tool to open. It won't budge. It needs a special tool to open. There's air flowing from right to left. like a tempest in a tube. Looks empty. There's a strong current of air flowing through it. It's a map of the pipe network, with maintenance hatches marked in red. The gales blowing from right to left. Using this, I should be able to find one of the panels. It won't budge. It needs a special tool to open. There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left, and it carries something with it. Too quick to see, too fast to grab. I'll lose my fingers if I try and grab it. It's solid, and it's swift. There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left. I'll lose my fingers if I try and grab it. It's solid, and it's swift. It's a map of the pipe network, with maintenance hatches marked in red. A metal ball? That's what's flying through these pipes? Where did the orb come from? I should investigate where this pipe leads, hopefully to some answers. These orbs rattle through the pipes like bullets through barrels.
Мы вернули вещи стражнику, попользовались им. Могли не возвращать, в принципе. Но я решил вернуть. И ачивку за это получу заодно. Пошли смотреть, что там дальше. Возможно. Что-то ведь здесь надо сделать. Труба идет.
I need to find a way into that building tonight.
Так, нам туда не пустят. Пойдем здесь. Да? Не пустят ведь, ребята.
Were you here when we had that horrible mess the other day?
I don't think so.
Well, one of them, what are they called? Them ground crawlers.
Rats?
That's it, rats. One of them rats got into the pipes. Whoop! Got sucked right into the engine.
Whoa. That doesn't sound good.
Light, what a bloody mess. Literally. Guts, bones, hair, blood everywhere had to shut things down. And it was us who had to clean it. Engineers wouldn't touch it, said their hands are too valuable. I guess ours aren't.
It's a soldier's lot, isn't it? We do the grunt work. That's how it goes.
Well, I guess they think cleaning out rat guts is more important than us keeping watch and protecting them engineers in there.
Guess so.
There's official Azadi business going on here. You'll want to turn around and walk away.
Хорошо. Не пропускают. Так. Туда идти, значит.
Kin!
О! Ты здесь.
So we meet again, Azadi. Prepare your blade for battle.
Goddess. It's late, boy. You should be in bed.
So should you. What you doing now? Chasing rats?
The boy appears genuinely interested. I'm too busy to be talking to the boy. And he really shouldn't be out. The streets aren't safe for magicals. Grown-up business. Go on home.
It's a free city. I can be wherever I want.
I don't think the guards will agree with that.
Still, not moving. I thought being a rebel was supposed to be more exciting than this. I mean, rats? Really?
They're too quick.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
прикалывается надо мной.
This reminds me of the story of the Teheran rat catcher. He too failed to grab the rats with his bare hands. Unfortunately, I don't remember how his story ended. Probably not well.
Oh, so close! Well, not really.
No. I'll need to be clever about this.
This is more fun than throwing pebbles at Azadi guards. You're taking way too long. I'm getting bored.
Ah, they're too quick.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
Ground crawlers. Filthy rodents. This reminds me of the story of the Teheran rat catcher. He too failed to grab the rats with his bare hands. Unfortunately, I don't remember how his story ended. Probably not well.
Oh, so close! Well, not really.
These orbs rattle through the pipes like bullets through barrels.
Что если вот в эту херню надо поймать?
No. I'll need to be clever about this.
This is more fun than throwing pebbles at
Долго
Azadi
думаю,
guards.
как поймать.
Ah, they're too quick.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
This reminds me of the story of the Teheran rat catcher. He too failed to grab the rats with his bare hands. Unfortunately, I don't remember how his story ended. Probably not well.
Oh, so close! Well, not really.
No. I'll need to be clever about this.
This is more fun than throwing pebbles at Azadi guards.
Ah, they're too quick.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
It's a leftover cheese and meats plate. I've dined here. The food's good. I would never have left any bits uneaten. They won't come close as long as I'm standing here.
Oh, so close! Well,
This reminds me of the story of the Teheran rat catcher. He too failed to grab the rats with his bare hands. Unfortunately, I don't remember how his story ended. Probably not well.
This is more fun than throwing pebbles at Azadi guards.
They won't come close as long as I'm standing here. It's light for a metal ball, and these markings and studs, they're highly intricate. It's a beautifully crafted device.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
No. I'll need to be clever about this.
Oh, so close! Well, not really.
Ah! They're too quick.
This is more fun than throwing pebbles at Azadi guards.
This reminds me of the story of the Teheran rat catcher. He too failed to grab the rats with his bare hands. Unfortunately, I don't remember how his story ended. Probably not well.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you? When are you going to do any fighting? I haven't seen any fighting for weeks.
There's some cheese left, but that's all. Yams. A few weeks ago I'd never tasted yams. Now I can't get enough. I'm a budding yam aficionado. How can you not want yams? You vermin are truly beyond all hope of redemption. What's wrong with you? It's yams, you monsters. Yams!
Oh, so close! Well, not really.
No. I'll need to be clever about this.
This is more fun than throwing pebbles at Azadi guards.
How can you not want yams? You vermin are truly beyond all hope of redemption.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
They're too quick.
Oh, so close! Well, not really.
Who's there? someone. Anyone there?
The ghetto's been burned to the ground. Whatever's left in there, it's ruins. It's surprisingly quiet out. Usually these tables are busy until late at night. Granted, it is chilly and damp. Everyone's probably inside, carousing. There's food left on the table. They won't come close as long as I'm standing here. These delicious things must hail from the western slopes of the first mountain. Who knew a thing that grows in the earth could taste so heavenly?
This is more fun than throwing pebbles at Azadi guards.
It's a pipe section. An elbow, I believe it's called in the parlance of metal artisans. There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left, and it carries something with it. Too quick to see, too fast to grab. There's air flowing from right to left, like a tempest in a tube.
Hello? Hello? Could have sworn I saw something.
этой трубой гонялся более полчаса. Зашибись вообще. Вот реально зашибись. Больше полчаса гонялся за этой трубой. Так. Положили.
I recognize this cheese. It's made from pungent Elgwyn milk, fermented in wooden vats in the salt caves by the sea. They won't come close as long as I'm standing here. What's wrong with you? It's yams, you monsters. Yams!
You're not very good at catching rats, are you? Oh, so close! Well, not really. You got it!
О,
I really didn't think you would.
все,
I'm impressed.
поймали.
Well, that was fun. What's next?
Next, you go home and stop distracting me, or I'll tell the other street urchins you have fleas.
I have no home. You know that. I sleep in the cellar of the Rooster and Kitten.
Good. It's the safest place around. So go back to your cellar and keep your head down. If I see you again tonight...
Please, got it. I'm sleepy anyways. That's why I'm going back. Not because you're telling me to.
And don't throw pebbles at Azadi soldiers.
Все, ушел. Хорошо. Хотя ладно, плевать, пойдем. Ну, сюда, да?
The gale's blowing from right to left.
What was that sound? It was a squishy sound, sort of like...
You've got to be kidding me. Not again. Shut a damn ground crawlers.
I guess it's on us to clean up the mess.
That bloody engineer in there's not going to do it, so yeah, it's on us.
Right. Well, let's get to it. No time like the present.
Нормально. Заходим. Сейчас этому говнюку все скажу, что мне припекло конкретно. Ой, да. Это трындец. Столько проходить было сейчас.
He's one of the people who work here. I've noticed others like him entering and exiting. They're odd-looking.
You're not supposed to be here. This place is for engineers only. Please leave or I'll be forced to call the guards. I have a very loud voice when I'm scared.
One sound, and you'll be standing on the slopes of the first mountain, yelling at clouds.
Goddess. No problem. I'll be quiet as a... You're from Azadir. I've seen your profile in embroideries. I never forget a nose. You're the Apostle. Apostle Elvane. You're famous.
Maybe once. Now I'm just Kian. Your turn.
My turn what?
Your name. Who are you?
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus, lead engineer.
I don't know what that means. What do you do?
Don't you know? I thought you would have known. You know, from back when you were... I'm in charge of the team that encodes the spheres that make the engine tick.
What engine?
The engine that... You know, the engine. There's only one engine. The one that encompasses the entire city. It's what all the pipes are connected to. Didn't they tell you anything when you were... you know, before you were a traitor?
Assume that I know nothing. What is this engine for?
The engine calculates. That's why they call it the calculating engine. Big numbers, complex equations. My team, we give the engine instructions about how and what to calculate. This is called coding.
I understood none of that.
You can't be here. You're a fugitive, and this is a restricted zone. That's like 2 things that mean you shouldn't be here, and I could probably think of more if you need me to.
I have a sword, and I'm bigger than you.
Those are 2 things that count in your favor, granted.
So what does this calculating engine do? What's its purpose?
I'm really not supposed to. Right. Bigger and sword. As I said, it calculates. I mean, it does more than that, but that's what it was built to do. Its core functionality. It adds, subtracts, multiplies numbers. Big numbers. And it does things with those numbers. Like, have you ever watched the stars in the sky at night?
I'm not just a man with a sword.
Of course. And you've seen how those stars move across the sky. Using a calculating engine, we can actually track those stars and predict where they're going to be in a year from now, or a century, or where they were a century ago.
Why are you tracking stars?
Well, we're not. I mean, it's just an example. We're not actually tracking stars. I mean, sure, we could if we wanted to, but... We're tracking dreams.
Dreams?
Dreams are very complex, which is why we need a big engine with lots of ticking parts to make complex calculations and predictions.
Right, so the part about not just being a man with a sword, assume that's all I am and start over.
Yes, fine. Those pipes crisscrossing the city, they're sort of like speaking tubes, connecting 100 sage masters, each with his or her own field of specialty.
So, it's like a university?
Well, I guess. Yes. Yes, this is a good comparison. A whole city filled with clever brains. The spheres pass messages between the different masters, and between them and us. We write messages, and we interpret messages. We tell the individual brains what to think about, and then they do the thinking, and report back to us. Now, this allows us to write ever more complex messages, until finally we have the code we need. The ultimate message. That one we send to the tower.
Why?
Because that's where the biggest brain of them all is located. This is the hub of the Pike network, the engine's core, its heart, the nucleus of the meta... Well, you understand. The fact is, this is the most advanced and scientific task anyone's ever taken on, and we're doing it. You should be proud.
Why are you doing it?
Well, I don't quite know. Because we can? Because no one else can? Because the Prophet told us to, and gave us the tools to do it.
So, you don't know what it's for?
I write the instructions. I'm the man in the middle. Someone tells me what they need, and I tell the engine how to compute the answer. This is my job.
Who knows what the engine is for?
The Six, probably. The Prophet, certainly. Emissary Saya, I would imagine. This is above my pay grade.
Above your...
I was hired to write instructions for the engine and compute the spheres, not to ask questions. And not to answer yours either, Mir. You really should go before someone comes. We'll both be in terrible trouble. They usually check on me all the time. I wonder why they haven't.
I still don't understand. Why build all of this here in Mercuria? Why not in Sadir?
Because of the tower and what's below it. Vast eddies of, meta-energies.
Meta... Do you mean magic?
Magic? Magic? Of course not magic. This engine is the opposite of magic. It's the culmination of everything Azadir has strived for these last 100 years. An end to chaos and uncertainty. An end to superstition and irrationality. An end to magic. When the engine's fully operative and the programming complete, we won't need sorcerers or witchcraft anymore. We'll be able to do anything we want. With science. Reshape reality. Rewrite the laws of the cosmos. Remove death and disease, poverty, and warfare. The world will be run by scientists for the betterment of humanity.
What do dreams have to do with it?
The engine feeds on the building blocks of reality. Ideas, stories, dreams. Magic is highly detrimental to the system. See, sorcery causes chaos, injects uncertainties and fallacies into our calculations.
So, is that why magicals
are being relocated? We can't have them around while the engine's calculating. But as soon as we're done...
You believe they're being relocated?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I mean, it's what they told us. Why would they lie? It's simple. The engine isn't compatible with magic, and we don't want anyone getting hurt. There's no room for sorcery in Mercuria. The magicals are better off in their new homelands.
They're being sent to prison camps.
Re-education camps. This is true, yes, but only temporarily. This is their first stop. Afterwards, they're given passage to their new homelands, where they can...
Do you really believe that? What would the magicals be re-educated to do? Forget that they're magicals? No, Firdaus. That's not the truth. They're imprisoned. Killed. They're not given a new home.
But they told us. They said they were... They promised they'd be safe and happy and... Oh, light protect them.
So this is why we're sending all the magicals away from Mercuria? Because of the engine?
Yes. Yes. That's why. I didn't know. I didn't know. There are children.
There are.
They lied to us.
Do you need to remove all magicals before starting up this calculating engine?
It's already running. I'm not... As long as the thermaturgical interference is below the acceptable threshold for...
Pretend that I'm a very small and possibly very stupid child.
Oh. No. No, they don't need to get rid of all of the magicals. Just enough not to disrupt our calculations. We'll be done instructing the network in a couple of days. After that, they can pull the lever whenever they want. That's the last component of the engine. The tower. The one that will start feeding on and molding the dreams. changing the world for the better. Yeah. I believe the official ceremony is a few days from now. The emissary will be there, together with the First and the Prophet, and please don't kill me.
I'm not going to kill you. But what you're doing here is not the will of the goddess, Firdaus. Something is going on. Someone's...
Kian. I had a feeling it was you.
Mia? Goddess, what are you doing here, Hami? Where are your men?
Right outside. They can be here in seconds. You, engineer, what's your name?
I threatened him. He played no part in this.
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus. You lied.
I beg your pardon?
You promised they'd be safe.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Go, Firdaus. This is not about you. Just remember what I told you. You're not doing the work of the goddess here.
Old Town was a distraction. Vamon meant it to be a struggle, for my men to die. He wanted to take my mind off the investigation. Commander Vamon and the emissary have been lying to me about your death. Why is that?
Because I'm a danger to them. And it's not the only thing they've lied to you about. This engine.
You betrayed us. You joined the enemy.
To stop Saya and Vamon, not to fight our people. Not to fight you.
Sister Saya is the emissary. Commander Vamon is your superior officer. They are your people.
They are traitors, Mir. They have betrayed our nation, our faith, and...
You should have come to me first, Apostle. You should have come to me. Instead, you've shamed me. You've shamed Mother Utana, the Six, the Goddess, your nation. When I received word someone had been spotted entering this house, I had a feeling it was you. I entered alone for two reasons. One, as a courtesy to the Mother. It would break her heart again to hear that you perished in dishonor, fighting my guard. And two, you're living proof that Vamon has lied to me. I cannot reveal my hand to Vamon, but I also cannot let you go. You'll surrender to me now, without struggle, and you'll be brought to Sadir tonight, in secret. The courts will decide your fate. For the time being, while I sort out this mess, you'll be locked away under a false name. No one will know you're alive. When I'm ready to confront the commander and the emissary with their lies, I will reveal the truth about your survival, and you will cooperate every step of the way.
Ask Saya and Vamon about the camps, and what they're doing to...
You lied. You lied to us. You told us they would not be harmed. You told us they'd be safe. There were children!
Get off me, you idiot!
Go! Go, Kian! Make them pay for this!
Stop that! Get off me! I'll have you beheaded for this.
Shadow, damn you, man! Leave this place, now!
Офигеть. Че, его забрали, получается? Получается, пацана синего забрали куда-то.
Yes?
Mother, it's the General. He asks to speak with you.
Send him in, child. Hami, is anything the matter?
It's Kian. He's alive.
Oh! Goddess. Goddess be praised. How do you know this?
He broke into the engine room down on City Green.
Light. What was he doing there?
Speaking with one of the engineers, Firdaus, a young man from the southern provinces. Kian said... Oh, Well, it's of no consequence. He's a traitor. He's joined the Resistance.
But...
It is as I suspected. We have been lied to by Vamon and the emissary.
For what reason?
That I don't know. Yet. And until we do, we cannot confront them, Mother.
I agree. We don't know how firm their grip is on the tower. If they know that we know... What about Kian? Was he, How did he look to you?
He looked strong. Different, but strong.
He must have his reasons for doing what he's doing, Hami. Kian would never betray Azadir, or his faith.
Perhaps, but that's what he's doing. I gave him the honorable choice to turn himself in and face righteous judgment. But he fled, like a coward, when the engineer attacked me.
Attacked?
I don't blame the man. Kian poisoned his mind with baseless lies. My men detained him, and I placed him somewhere safe, somewhere he can't tell anyone what he saw and heard. Out of Vamon's reach. We need to keep this between us, or we run the risk of alerting the commander and emissary Saya. Much as I'd like to hunt down Kian myself and put him to the sword, we must be patient.
Let's trust the goddess, Hami, to illuminate our path and bring us to the truth.
I certainly hope she will.
Опять загрузка. Любимая загрузка. И мы здесь, да, с ребят.
Kian, thank the balance your back. Bip's been...
They've taken him.
Taken, yeah.
Light. Are you sure it's Bib? I knew this would happen. We have no time to spare. We must get to him before...
The cloud ship just unmoored and is already heading for Gien. It's too late.
Then we must follow.
And abandon your mission here? For one child's life?
Is it because he's a magical that he's not worth the trouble?
You're such an angry, angry man. Do you really want Kian to leave Mercuria and risk his life to save one boy? I thought so.
This is what happens when we let Azadi criminals live.
Stop it. That's not what happened, and you know it. They're sending all the magicals away.
I know why, and I know what the pipes are for.
What?
Really?
Be serious.
I'll explain later. Right now, we need to rescue the boy.
Well, you're not going after him.
That's not your decision to make, Anna.
Can we really afford to lose more people? I mean, we've lost so many, and the Ane's still in custody.
She should be dead.
Does your language even have a word for forgiveness?
Not that I'm aware of.
I need to think about this. I can't just abandon the boy, but... We can't stay here. The Azadi are hunting me. The General knows I'm alive.
Honey, how did that happen? Did you approach him? Are you trying to curry favors with your former masters?
Curry favors? How would I even... I'm not trying to curry any favors with...
Stop it, both of you! You're really annoying and loud. Let's get out of here before Ulvik gets in trouble for harboring a fugitive. Shepard will want to have a say in the discussion.
This isn't over, Kian.
Oh, hush.
Ай да. Ну, веселая ситуация получилась. Интересная, кстати. И куда нас сейчас телепортируют? Зойка и Киан. Кто? Зойка? Чаптерс 7 Hunter.
Following the terrorist attack on Propast, where 8 I officers and 5 civilians were killed by Marxist Party members, the Syndicate has promised to maintain heightened security across Europolis until after the upcoming elections. The Propast district remains under full I lockdown and 24-hour curfew. We're now joined by Marek Farah in Propast. And Marek, how are regular people in Propast handling this very difficult situation?
Well, Rika, as you can see, the streets here are deserted, almost 2 months after the August attack on the I headquarters in Propast. There's
The eggs aren't quite done
and
yet.
everyone who goes outside is subject to random searches and arrests. There is a 24-hour curfew in effect, but people are allowed to traverse the district as long as they carry the appropriate paperwork and submit to any searches and questions.
The eggs aren't quite done yet.
Like food and water, Marek? Are any stores or restaurants still open?
I think this is done.
Everything is closed, Rika,
Smells good.
but rations are distributed to residents of Propast on a regular basis, and medical personnel are on constant standby. No one here is in any immediate danger of starvation.
Has there been any indication of how long this lockdown will continue?
The Syndicate is not saying, Rika, but spokespeople have hinted that Propast will remain under Syndicate
standing up
guardianship
like an
until
animal.
after the election.
It hasn't come to that yet.
We appear to have lost our connection to Marek Farah in Propast.
Standing up
We will
like an
attempt to
animal.
re-establish the connection.
It hasn't come to that
In the meantime,
yet.
when we come back, we talk to someone very close to Marxist leader and terrorist mastermind, Marta Rebus, about her dark and...
Shit. Power's out again. I'm sure they're doing this just to screw with us. I'll have to check the emergency fuel cell in the kitchen cabinet. It should have kicked in by now.
Дальше, как я понимаю, да?
I can jiggle it a bit. That sometimes works. Nope, that did not work. I guess I need a new one. And I know just the person.
Надо на улицу выйти. Посмотреть, что там происходит.
Zoe Maya Castello, your district is subject to Syndicate-mandated martial law. Please submit an approved destination or return to your home. Thank you. The Pandemonium is your only approved destination. I will accompany you.
Please, don't talk.
We are authorized to use deadly force against any perceived threats.
Стрелка новая.
Stay close to your escort and don't deviate from your path. We're not.
Раньше совсем по-другому было. Так.
Wit made Kidbot. For that reason alone, I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for him.
Где это? А, вот и где.
Chicken tikka! You're back! I thought we'd lost you.
I didn't want to risk the curfew. It's been...
Believe me, I know. I've been stuck here with Wit for weeks. I've reached my limit on one-sided conversations. It's like being stranded on a desert island. A really shitty island. Without sun, sand, or coconuts. Or wire access. And with a mute half-wit as my man Friday. So, you're here for your dreamer?
What?
I fixed it. You had your dream machine delivered to me. Because it was broken. About a month ago. Does any of this ring a bell? Your friend, that German suit, said you'd come by to pick it up? He looked like a Jaeger. I thought he was here to blow my brains out, but he was very personable.
What was wrong with it?
An early batch. Bad soldering. I fixed several like it in the past. FYI, it's an off-the-shelf model that pings WATI servers with a device ID and your biometric data as soon as you connect. That won't be a problem unless they've put an alert out on you or that particular device. But I went ahead and blocked it anyway. Still, it is a licensed product. There may be other security measures. I cannot be 100% sure that it won't alert WATI. There are unlicensed streamers out there without any security chips, but Mr. London has that market locked up here in Propast. Given the trigger-happy toy soldiers out there, I wouldn't know how to get hold of one.
I'll be fine with this one.
As long as you know the risks. If you weren't here for that, then why the house call?
Oh, fuel cell. The power went out and I don't have a working backup.
That's not very smart, Kutria. Lucky for you, I'm up to my neck in fuel cells. Anything particular you're in the market for?
The cheapest you have.
Grab one from that box over there. They're refurbished cells, but they'll keep your apartment going for a few weeks at least. Bring it back before it goes dead. I'll refill it for you.
Прикольно.
So how much do I owe you?
You still owe me for the last favor I did you.
Right. And I guess you're about to call on that favor?
You know me so well, Petal. You can repay me by going home and staying there. The streets are not for you, Kutria.
Thanks.
Wait, what happened to that data I decrypted for you? Who did you end up giving it to?
I gave it to the Hand, but before they could publish it...
They were shut down. Where's the data now?
With Reza, in Iceland.
Iceland. The final refuge of rogue journalists. You didn't keep a copy?
I didn't want to risk it. Stupid, I know.
You may have just saved your ass. Too bad about the story, though. When is your Chorbo coming back?
I really don't know. When they feel it's safe, I guess.
That story needs to run, Kutria. Whatever it takes, make it happen.
Так. Что на этом все. Всем счастливо. Удачи и пока.